you all. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the South. More specifically, Orlando, Florida. And even more specifically than that, we are at Icon Park, home of the Icon Ferris wheel. This was previously known as the Orlando Eye, but it is now called Icon. I don't know the reason and why the name changed. I think it's Orlando Eye, the cooler name. I think Icon sounds a little awkward. But anyways, there are several attractions here in Icon Park. There is the Ferris wheel itself. There is Madame Tussauds Wax Museum, and then the Sealife Aquarium. And I figured we'd go do all of them today. So please, follow me. And there it is, the massive Icon Ferris wheel, very slowly moving. It's moving so slowly, it's hard to even tell that it's moving. Now over to the side here used to be the Museum of Osteology, the Skeleton Museum, but it looks like they are building a new museum, the Museum of Illusions, not to be confused with the World of Illusions. But yeah, they're currently building, there's people inside working. This is, I guess, to be a new attraction. We'll have to come check out at some other point. All right, in here we have Madame Tussauds. See a wax figure hanging from these ropes right here. I'm not sure who that is, to be honest. They have a tattoo. Maybe this tattoo will give them away. They have a frog tattooed on their foot. Who is this person? It says, thank you for physical distancing. You're so on trend. So we head in and the paparazzi takes our photo. I do like how Madame Tussauds customizes their museums to the area. Here we are on the back of a yacht in Florida with Mr. Pitbull. He is a rapper of some sort. They are taking the pandemic serious here. They have removed the ship's wheel, so you can't pose with the ship wheel. That's kind of sad. And the second most famous Floridian behind Pitbull, Ponce de Leon, discovered the Fountain of Youth in St. Augustine, Florida. And here we have America's mascot, Uncle Sam. This cool little campfire here, the smoking kettle, and actually giving off a campfire-y smell, which is pretty cool. We have two of America's most beloved leaders, George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, posing right there. Enter this mid-century living room, and we can see they're actually watching the moon landing on the television. And just right here, slightly to our right, is the moon landing. You can see the flag there. You can see Neil Armstrong, but I don't know. He took his helmet off on the moon, which I think he's momentarily going to find out is a big mistake. Okay, so apparently we can watch ourselves be part of the moon landing on this TV. And we enter the Oval Office with our two most recent presidents, Donald Trump and Barack Obama, standing here next to the Washington Monument. I don't know, maybe they will be getting a new figure in here soon. Martin Luther King Jr. And here is a man, while not from Florida, plays a huge part in Florida's history, especially the tourism industry. Walt Disney, who created the Walt Disney World parks, that unfortunately he died before they opened. Thomas Edison holding his favorite invention, the light bulb. Become a physicist, expand your mind with Einstein. There we have Mr. Albert Einstein right there. They used to have props. Sadly, we can't play with props because of the pandemic. They used to actually have Einstein wigs that you could put on. Ah, my hand. We have Andy Warhol next to this wall of Brillo pads. Apparently he really loved Brillo wash pads. And Campbell's soup. He was famous for saying that he did love soup. There's Madame Tussauds celebrity soup. See Apple founder Steve Jobs right there. As computer language spews from his feet. There's the woman herself, Madame Tussauds. She's carving a wax head, or molding a wax head. Believe it or not, it actually got her start working on the heads of guillotine victims. See here, the inside of the figures are created. There's one of the heads being created in a wax mold. Entering into the sports area, see David Beckham. I believe he is some sort of soccer man. See Muhammad Ali. His actual shadow is boxing, even though he is standing motionless. Now, are NASCAR drivers considered athletes? I mean, I'm not trying to take anything away from him. Obviously, it takes a great amount of skill to drive a NASCAR. But is it physical? Is it physical skill? Or is it mental skill? Is he a mental athlete? Serena Williams, the tennis player. And here's someone I've actually heard of. This is a basketball man by the name of Shaquille O'Neal. As he is reaching or possibly tossing an imaginary basketball into that hoop while he makes a crazy face. There's Dan Marino. He is a football player, and I think the Dolphins may be a Florida associated football team. And this football man is named Peyton Manning. And then famed golf expert Tiger Woods. And rounding out our sports, we have baseball player Derek Jeter. Says that these 4 seats are from Yankee Stadium in New York. As we leave the sports area, we enter this flashing disco hallway containing the woman herself, Beyonce. I guess we are now in the music section. So we see Rihanna wearing a giant dollar bill. We have Lady Gaga dressed vaguely like an old-timey flight attendant. Whatever happened to Justin Bieber? Is he still a thing? There we see the Hawaiian version of Elvis Presley. He's looking adoringly over here at his son-in-law, Mr. Jackson. And here we have Miss Miley Cyrus. Moving into the TV section, there's Jimmy Fallon. Looks like he's drinking some sort of clear liquid there, possibly drinking water. We have Oprah Winfrey right there. She's been a staple of television for quite some time. There's Katy Perry, not sure why she's not back in the music room. And then Neil Patrick Harris. What's that show called? How I Met Your Mother. Never seen it actually. And then this is Sofia Vergara from Modern Family. Oh, and then the guy from the Big Bang Theory sitting over here. One of the most unique sections to this Madame Tussauds is their DC, the DC Comics section. Of course, DC Comics is redundant because the C actually stands for comics. The streets of Metropolis here. There's different missions to activate the effects on the different figures. Stand on the lightning bolt there. Oh, something's happening. Something's happening. Oh. Lightning effect going on behind him. Let's see, we've got Wonder Woman here. Let's see if we can activate. Okay, we just activated something. What's gonna happen? Oh, look at that. Big explosion behind her. It's the running water there. The smashed out front of Metropolis Electronics. And we have a code pad here. Gotta guess the code. Let's see. Oh, we got 4849. Let's try that. 4849. Oh, there we see. Cyborg is lighting up. Let's give him a hand. in this dark corner. It doesn't look like there's any effects affecting him currently. Here it says we have to grasp Aquaman's trident to summon him, so. Oh wow. We have the Daily Planet, little newsstand here with some Funyuns and some Cokes. Caped Wonder Stun City. Love when they do wax figures of cartoon characters. We have Shrek there. It's kind of surreal looking. And then Fiona, his wife, right there. And I guess that's Gingy, I think they call him. Audrey Hepburn scarfing down her breakfast at Tiffany's. And Mr. Jackie Chan, along with John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. Ho from Kung Fu Panda looking posed like he's punching our faces on. Steven Spielberg gazing lovingly at his little baby, E.T., sitting here in the moonlight. Okay, this is a new room here, the Shawn Mendes room. I will admit I do not know who Shawn Mendes is. We're entering a room full of snow, and he's laying on this bed. Am I supposed to? I think I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm all in. We're lay down. I'm gonna lay down with Shawn Mendes here. I don't understand what's happening. Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games. She was famous for killing other children. Entering the celebrity VIP room. Ryan Gosling, Johnny Depp. Who's this? Who's this? Oh, Jennifer Aniston, Emma Watson, and who's this guy? Denzel Washington. Angelina Jolie here. See the fireworks going off behind her over the bay. Brad Pitt right there. Samuel L. Jackson and Tom Hanks. I learned recently that Tom Hanks collects John Wayne Gacy paintings. Will Smith here sitting around the fire. A little glowing fire here in the middle of the celebrity lounge. There's Pharrell Williams. I know he's famous for wearing giant weird looking hats. And here across the food court we have the Sealife Aquarium, which I've actually never been into. Let's check this out. Alright, entering this first room. Oh, you're almost completely surrounded by a tank of schooling fish. Jellyfish hanging from the ceiling. As we look at these real life jellyfish swimming through the water. This big tank right here. See, there's like a giant hand right there. Oh, the shark. Salamander's holding a sign that says the last dragons. And, walking into this section right here. Some oranges. Welcome to, I can't pronounce that, sorry. Home of the, I can't pronounce that either. I've heard that word before, but axolotl, I don't know, I'm so sorry. Beautiful goldfish in this tank. And here are the axolotls, although I probably am pronouncing that way wrong. It really is a very cool creature. Look at him go. We walk under this archway here. The archway itself actually filled with fish. That is very cool. We'll have to squat down as we walk under this fish tunnel. There's some very pretty tanks and setups here. You can see the big tiki head. Oh, and look down there. That moray eel has himself folded in half for some reason inside of that vase. A little mini shark tunnel there with a little mini shark. See that big Olmec head inside this tunnel. It's really cool. The fish can actually go underneath the tunnel as well as above it. Nothing like a good fish tunnel. Oh, look at this tank here. With that big, amazing statue head in the middle, surrounded by these beautiful stingrays. Sadly, the touch zone closed down for the pandemic, so there'll be no urchin petting today. Alright, we will finish out our experience by hopping aboard the Icon Ferris wheel itself. Alright, enter the wheel right here. Hello, welcome. Hello. Alright, entering the wheel. The wheel itself apparently never stops. It just keeps rotating. They don't stop to let people on. It's just a slow ride, and you have to hop on real quick as it cruises by. Oh, there we go. We're sealed inside as we slowly rotate up over top Orlando, Florida. I think it's important to show just how much room is in these cars. You could fit quite a few people inside. I could run laps while I'm circling over the city. Look down on the city of Orlando. It looks like a fun place. You can see roller coasters poking up, wacky buildings. There's some sort of volcano-like structure. Supposedly you can see Disney World from up here, but I guess the sun is kind of in our eyes, so we can't really see very good in that direction. So I've been along a lot of these large Ferris wheels, like the Great Smoky Mountain wheel in Pigeon Forge, or the big one that I forget what it's called in, I think it's called the Sky Wheel in Myrtle Beach. This is very similar experience. It's a much bigger car, and the view is very nice, but this is so slow. So if you'd like to think a nice gradual rotation, this is it. But yeah, very slow moving wheel. I think you get one very slow rotation and then they let you out. The Orange County Convention Center there is where I previously attended the IAPA events, which is a amusement park trade show. Getting very close to the top of the wheel. See that cart there, and then looking down from there as kind of a panoramic look at what we are seeing. Down there at the front courtyard of the Icon Park. I do believe we are at the tippy top, making me the highest person in all of Orlando. Now gradually heading down the other side of the wheel. There is I think that's called the Star Screamer. It's the world's highest swinging ride. So yeah, those are human beings being swung around up there, and just look how high They are off the ground. It is insane. I will never, ever, ever ride that. Heading back into the station. Alright, we gotta time our exit here very carefully. Oh, there we go. I used to live for these doors when I was a kid. Here in the gift shop, we can actually see some stats on the wheel on the back of that hoodie. It's 400 feet tall, tallest wheel on the East Coast, highest moving sky bar on the East Coast, speed less than 1 mile per hour. Thank you for joining me here at the Icon Park in Orlando, Florida. Hopefully got a good look at what there is to offer here, the free attractions. Always love a Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. Nice little aquarium, and a somewhat slow but yet still very relaxing ride on a giant Ferris wheel. So thank you for watching. If you'd like to help support the channel, consider donating to Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month. Also now selling enamel pins in the Etsy shop. All that information is in the description of this video. Until next time, this one's in the bag. Never, ever, ever, ever